I'd like to start with a question that's on many people's minds. Why are you doing this, John? You built this company over the past 50 years from a small family-owned enterprise into a multi-billion-dollar publicly traded company. Why sell the business now?
Yeah, this company has been around now for something like 65 years, and it's gone through a series of evolutions, from the small family company you talk about to a small construction company, to then growing not only geographically but through acquisitions, and in each one of those steps it was adapting to the changing environment. We then got into public-private partnerships, and then the world changed. And in the last 10 to 15 years, we've seen an influx of all the largest construction companies in the world coming to Canada. And we're in a new arena now. We need to be able to compete with these people on their own footing with their large balance sheets. And so we had to evolve, and the best way to evolve was to go through the process that we're now going through. I have to tell you that from a personal point of view, every step that I took along the way was for the benefit of all the stakeholders of the company, for the employees, and for the clients, for the partners, and that I always felt that we had to go the next step in order to be able to assure continuing growth and opportunities for everyone. We're now at that stage, and I have to say that very personally, I'm convinced. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. I'm convinced this is the right thing for the next step in the company.
But why this partner? It's controlled by a Chinese state-owned enterprise. Why not a Canadian company or a company that's committed to the free market?
When the board decided that we needed to go the next step and find the buyer that would give us the financial security support that we need, we went out for an international search. We had some interest from some American and some European companies. We had no interest from Canadian companies. But at the end of the day, all of the large players that would have an interest in Canada were already based in Canada in some way. The only one that was not was the Chinese entity that wanted to come into this country the right way. Come in with a company that had the credibility, the boots on the ground, their relationship with unions, the understanding of technical standards, commercial practices, and the community involvement that Aecon has right across the country, a company with great reputation, a lot of respect. We did a lot of due diligence to make sure that it was the right fit. And so we looked at what they'd already done. They'd acquired a company called John Holland in Australia. That company, since its acquisition, has grown. It's been enabled, it's been supported to be able to grow, continuing to be run by Australians. It's highly respected, and it went through the same approval process as we're now going through with the Australian governments with no issues. After that due diligence, plus other things that they've done, they own an American company that they've supported as well, we decided that that was the perfect fit of the big balance sheet with the credibility, reputation, and boots on the ground that we bring in Canada for us to be able to compete more effectively, not only in Canada, but overseas. We think it's win-win all around.
Can you tell me about the reaction from your partners and other stakeholders?
I would say that generally speaking, the reaction has been very positive. There's been wholehearted support from our shareholders, our stakeholders, the unions, the employees, the suppliers are very supportive. Definitely from our partners and definitely from our clients. The best evidence of that is since the announcement's been made, we've been approached to join in on other large projects. We have won more projects in the last 6 months than we had won for years before that. So I would say that all of the evidence points to absolute support and approval of what we're doing.
Are there any security issues that we should be concerned about?
There are no security issues that I know about. We don't own any proprietary technology. We don't own IP. We have no trade secrets. We build according to the requirements of our clients. And I just don't see any issues with respect to security. I should say again that The Australian government went through exactly the same process with a construction company very similar to ours and didn't find any security issues.
Everything that you have said about CCCI is very positive, but how do we know and how do you know that they will behave as you say they will?
They acquired a company called John Holland 3 years ago in Australia. John Holland was a company very similar to us, and when they acquired that company, they committed to the fact that it would be run by Australians. It has been run by Australians since then and will continue to be. They wanted to enable John Holland to grow. That has been proven. John Holland has grown and continues to. John Holland is now working internationally. When we talk to employees at John Holland, their CEO, some of their partners, and some of their clients, all of them, as one, say the best thing that ever happened to John Holland was the acquisition by CCCI, and they are encouraged by the fact that everything that was supposed to happen has happened and more.
If this transaction goes ahead, what does the future look like for Aecon with what you say is a new, stronger partner?
So the future for Aecon after this transaction is concluded will be a very positive, very bright future in general. We will be able to participate in larger projects across Canada. We'll be able to participate in a larger way than we have so far, and we'll be able to grow internationally more than we have so far. So all those things point to opportunity for our employees, opportunity for the senior management team, not only for growth, but for development and the advancement of the company in fields which it otherwise would not be able to.
John, can you tell me what this means for Aecon employees?
Today, our employees are busy. They see a great future for the industry, an opportunity for development, an opportunity for participating in the growth of the company. It'll mean opportunities not only right across the country, but internationally. And it'll mean a sense of confidence in the ability for the company to grow. But because they see so much competition from the large international players, there's concern that we'll be able to keep up with what is happening in the industry. Projects of $1 billion used to be huge, and they're now daily commonplace. Then we got into the $5 billion projects. We're involved in 2 of them now. And now there's talk of $10 billion projects. We would not be able to participate in those unless we had the financial support and backing to be able to do that. Once this transaction closes, our employees will understand that they now have that depth, that strength, getting respect from the partners when we move forward in the projects. They will be participating.